Hi, I'm Dr. Sherry Lewis, and I want to welcome you to our Shema Kehillah, or our prophetic community. I'm so excited about this. This is a mandate that God has been downloading to me recently, and I just can't wait to get in there and get it going. I'm really excited. The word Shema is not only a Hebrew word for listen and obey, but it's also a concept. It's a whole entity in and of itself. I was discussing with a good friend who has studied Hebrew and that teaches about Jewish culture and about Hebrew culture. And she said it is one of the deepest concepts in Jewish culture is this Shema, this listen and obey. And it's actually a prayer that in ancient times, even up until now, that is prayed every day. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. We find that in Deuteronomy 6 and 4 and 5. And they added other scriptures to it, and they would pray it every single day. And then we see that Jesus even refers to it in the New Testament, where he's talking about what the greatest commandment is. And he refers back to that Shema prayer. And so it is a foundational cornerstone of Jewish culture. Now, I did a lot of research. I'm still researching, so I even hesitate to shoot this video now. Maybe there'll be a follow-up video later. But Shema is such a rich word. It's the word listen or hear, but it means more than just let sound waves pass through your ear. I read this amazing article in the Bible Project that I will post the link to so you can read it as well, so you can learn more about Shema. But it means listen and obey. It means to take action. But the whole prayer is rooted in loving the Lord. And so what I see this is that we're building a community of people that want to live a listening lifestyle, that want to live a prophetic lifestyle, living by God's whispers. That is, it's been such a cornerstone in my life. I wrote this book, Living by the Whispers. And it's all about living a prophetic lifestyle. And so this Shema Kehillah, the word Kehillah is community. Kehillah Kadosh is sacred community. So, I don't know much about Hebrew, but I feel like I just want to put the three of those together. Shema Kehillah Kadosh, this sacred community of people who have made this commitment to hear, to listen, and to obey, and to know what the Lord is saying and to govern their lives according to it, because they love the Lord with all their heart, with all their soul, and with all their strength. That's who we are. That's who the Shema community is. And so within that community is such a beautiful thing. It's very difficult. We were never meant to live the Christian life in isolation. That's why we are the body of Christ, and every joint supplieth. As we come together, we build one another. In the Bible, it talks about how we are this building that is made with stone upon stone, and each one of us is a building block in the temple of God. It's no longer temples built by hands, but it's temples built by people. And so this whole picture of the body of Christ, people coming together, community and family is what it's all about. And that's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's how we stay safe from the enemy's attacks. That's how we become everything that we're supposed to be. There's nothing more beautiful than the family of God. And this is just one particular smaller grouping of the family of God is prophetic community, is Shema or Shema Kehillah. And we are those that want to hear the voice of God. Over the last almost 15 years, I've had the pleasure of building prophetic community in a little tiny one in Atlanta, a big one in Cameroon, another one in Kenya, a little one in Botswana. I love Botswana. I need to get back there. A little one in South Africa. And now I'm here in Nigeria and can't wait to build a huge one, because Nigeria is such a huge country. And I just love bringing people together, teaching them to hear the voice of God. And then we just go after him together. We live a prophetic lifestyle together. One of the greatest joys that I've had as an apostolic mother, as the executive director of Bethel Atlanta Africa School of Supernatural Ministry, is seeing students years later and how they're doing. And recently, many years later, I was able to see one of our students who passed through the first, second, and third year of our School of Supernatural Ministry, Ma For Glory. And she had been graduated for a while, had been traveling, going all over the world, and she was just excitedly telling me all these stories. And one of the central themes of every story was, and the Lord said, and the Lord said, and I asked the Lord, and then I got together with my girls, a group of girls that she had passed through our school with, and they heard the Lord say it was that she was living her own brilliant God adventure, living by the whispers, living by the voice of God, and that she had learned how to live a prophetic lifestyle, and it was working well for her. She was traveling and enjoying life and expanding and becoming so much a more beautiful version of the one that I'd already met and grown to know and love. And so that's just one story of so many stories of people that have been a part of prophetic community, that have learned to hear the voice of the Lord, that have heard for themselves, that have heard for others, that are able to encourage their friends. Like, it shouldn't be that anyone that lives in prophetic community ever lacks to know what God is saying. Because if you do lack, then you just ask. You just ask God for yourself because you've learned to hear his voice, and you ask those around you. I just came off of a prayer with my covenant circle, with my covenant sisters, and one of us her life is being expanded, and she's making some really big decisions, and there's some big decisions that she needs to make, but there were also some immediate smaller decisions that she had to make. And so she just brought it to us and she said, "What is the Lord saying?" And by the time we finished the call, we had a plan of action. We had an answer for her. That is what prophetic community is all about. And no one should live in isolation. No one should wonder what God is saying. Every one of us should know our prophetic identity. Every one of us should know our prophetic destiny. Every single one of us should be in God's times and seasons because we've been able to hear the voice of God, either for ourselves because we've been activated in the grace gift of the prophetic, or for each other. Because sometimes when you're emotional and upset and so much is happening, you can't hear God for yourself, and you need others to hear for you. Or other times it's such a big decision that you believe you know what the Lord is saying, but you need somebody else to come along and say, "This is what I heard the Lord say." And then you can say, "Yes, that's exactly what I heard." Or you can say, "Uh-oh, that's not what I heard. Let me get another voice and another voice and another voice." And we're all meant to live this intimate life in relationship with God, to live this family community lifestyle, living life together, to live this prophetic lifestyle where we're in the center of God's perfect will. We're right on time with our identity, with our destiny, with our times and seasons, and we're supposed to do it together. I wanted to extend an invitation for you to join us. There are two arms of Shema. There is Listen, Learn, and Grow, where we have a whole group of courses that you can take that activate you in the grace gift of the prophetic and then help you to practice and to exercise those prophetic muscles so that you can grow, grow, and grow. And then we have Receive and Give, where at the entry level, you come in, you get prophetic words from people trained in the grace gift of prophetic that have been vetted carefully so that they're giving you great words that you can trust. And then there's one-on-one consultation where you can sit down with somebody and they can say, "This is what I hear God saying about your prophetic destiny, your prophetic identity, your times and seasons." And you can walk away with a package of, "This is who God says that I am and what I'm supposed to do and when." And then we have prophetic processing, where you bring your prophetic words that you've already gotten and we show you exactly how to fight the good fight of faith with them. There's a whole separate video on the different courses that we offer in Listen, Learn, and Grow. And then there are tiny videos about each course just to give you more information. I am so excited about building this. I'm excited about growing this, but that can only happen with you. I can't do it by myself. So I hope that you will join our Shema. I hope that you will avail yourself to everything that we're offering, everything that we're pouring out. We got a lot of free stuff that we're doing. We are trying with everything within us to keep everything that costs to a nominal cost. That's a battle for me. I would love to give everything away for free, but that's not sustainable because Mama Sherry's got to eat and live and pay rent and all that kind of stuff. But I promise you, my commitment is to keep it as low cost as possible, and extreme cases to get sponsors. And I just want to invite you, come be a part of us. I'd love to pour into you. I'd love to impart to you. I would love to nurture and grow you so that you can become just amazing, so that you can become intimate with God, so that you can live a prophetic lifestyle, and so that you can bless others with prophetic words. So welcome to Shema Kehillah, our prophetic community. God bless.